There you go, Levi. She works. 0-0. That's perfect. There we go. Hey, fans. Welcome to Elks Field here in Brooks, Alberta for tonight's WCBL action right here on the Flow Sports Network, where the visiting Okotoks Dawgs are in town to play your Brooks Bombers. 7:05 first pitch, and we're getting ready to go here. Let me take you through the starting lineups for your Okotoks Dawgs. Leading off, playing center field, number 3, Jake Skaggs. Hitting in the second hole is number 10, Connor Croson, playing third base. Next up is number 12, Jake Scansey, playing left field. Hitting cleanup for the Dawgs is number 44, first baseman Nash Crowell. Batting fifth, number 28, the right fielder Barry Eisenman. Handling the catching duties today is number 25, Jake Rubleski. Batting in the 7 hole, number 45, Benito Bonilla, the designated hitter. Batting in the 8 hole is number 21, Aiden Munoz, the shortstop. And in the 9 hole is number 11, Matt Van Slyke, playing second base. Handling the pitching duties today for the Okotoks Dawgs is number 4, Brody Forno. Moving over to the Bombers side. Well, I'm going to check that for a minute. Public address announcer Pete Gronemeyer's checking things out, writing everything down. He's getting ready. Let's talk a little bit about yesterday's game as the Energy City Cactus Rats came to town. Ended up with a 14-10 win in a back-and-forth affair in which the Cactus Rats jumped out to a large lead. The Bombers came back, tied it up. Energy City scored a couple, and the Bombers could not get anything back. So that was a 14-10 victory for the Cactus Rats, and they'll come back to town on Wednesday. We're excited to have them back, get a little retribution. All right, let's go over the Brooks Bombers starting lineup for today. Starting in center field, number 2, Peyton Matthews. Batting second, number 4, the right fielder, C.J. Snowden. Batting third, the first baseman, number 6, Wyatt Ormonde. In the cleanup spot is the catcher, number 9, A.J. Hurtado. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 15, Liam Kirsch. In the 6 hole is your designated hitter, number 3, Christian Altamirano. Batting 7th, playing left field, number 26, Troy Morrow. Batting 8th, playing shortstop, number 5, J.R. Bedford. And batting 9th, playing second base, number 1, Tyler Dorn. On the mound today for your Bombers is number 12, Julian Picorni. And there are your starting lineups for today's WCBL action right here on the Flow Sports Network. For our announcer, Pete Gronemeyer, I will also announce for you the umpires for today. Behind the plate is going to be Chris Hartley. At first base is Tyler Murphy. And at third base is Connor Joslin. Connor Joslin. You can make it bigger. Right here. Oh. Field is prepped, ready to go. We are T-minus 10 minutes away from first pitch today, as the fans are starting to roll in. We're excited for another year here of WCBL action at Elks Field. The Bombers sitting 2-1, having a home opener win against the Lethbridge Bulls on Friday by a score of 6-4. And picked up their second win on the road in Swift Current before having a setback last Sunday afternoon to the Energy City Cactus Rats.
Don't worry, if you haven't seen her yet, no problem. You can go now, get by them right from your seat and at your phone at bombers5050.com. Ticket sales are open until the end of the 6th inning, and the winning number will be drawn after the 7th inning. Bombers 5050 is proudly sponsored by Hui Coach Lines, which provides chartered bus services specializing in safe, reliable, and comfortable transportation solutions for various events and occasions. They are committed to providing exceptional customer service combined with competitive pricing and a focus on safety. The Brooks Bombers have once again partnered up with the Brooks McDonald's for your mixed strikeouts. If your Bombers strike out 7 hitters in a single game, everyone who attends gets a free McDouble from McDonald's. You must present your game ticket or billet pass, and you have 24 hours to claim. Once again, the Brooks Bombers would also like to remind everyone that this is a family event, and vulgar language and public intoxication will not be tolerated. If you had seats, the shelves must be placed in a cup that you can get at the beer stand. Please be courteous to your fellow fans and wait until the play is stopped before moving about the main grandstand. For those standing on the flight deck patio, we please ask that you pay close attention to any foul balls that may head your way. We kindly ask that all foul balls be returned to the beer stand.
All right. We are getting ready. We are almost on our way. Ready to go. Right here at Elks Field. Let's go through some of the Brooks Bombers batting statistics. Tyler Dorn leads the team, along with A.J. Hurtado and J.R. Bedford. Peyton Matthews and Wyatt Ormonde through 3 games. They're all hitting 500 with various number of at-bats. Dorn playing in 1 game, Hurtado and Bedford playing in 2, and Matthews and Ormonde playing in all 3. Next up, Maddox Shaver hitting 444. C.J. Snowden hitting 375. Seth Recker at 231, but leading the team in home runs. He's got 2. Christian Altamirano is at 125, and Lucas Rick hitting 111. Taking a look at some of the batting stats for the Okotoks Dawgs. Aiden Munoz hitting .667. Zane Scansey hitting .600. And we have a few other guys hitting the ball really well. We have Mr. Brandon Paez. He is hitting .556. Connor Croson, .556. Lou Anderson hitting .500. This is shaping up to be a very, very offensive game. Aiden Kraus also hitting .500. Jason Areola hitting .500. Jake Skaggs at .444. Barry Eisman, .444. Jacob Ruleski is .375. Aiden Rose, .300. Nash Crowell hitting .250. So, with the plate meeting, Chris Hartley is going to be the home plate umpire and your crew chief for tonight. Tyler Murphy is at first base, and Connor Jocelyn is handling the duties at third.
Tonight's umpires are assigned by the WCBL. On the first base side, we got Tyler Murphy. Covering the third base side, Connor Jocelyn. And behind the plate, calling balls and strikes, is Chris Hartley.
Coaches are shaking hands. Joe Sargent heading back into his dugout with the Dawgs. And new head coach for the Bombers, Dylan DeBrouwer, is also making his way back to the Bombers dugout.
Eastern Alberta, while welcoming learners from around the globe. Saskatchewan College offers more than 40 certificate, diploma, degree, trades, and university studies programs. They meet learners where they're at and prepare them for success in the college, in the workforce, and in life.
Okay. Might have to pull that back. We're getting some feedback.
And now your starting lineup for the visiting Okotoks Dawgs. First up, number 3, the center fielder. Number 3, Jake Skaggs. Playing along the third base, Connor Croson. Left field, Zane Skansky. First base, Nash Crowell. Right field, Barry Eisman. The catcher, Jacob Rubleski. Their designated hitter, Benito Vanilla. Their shortstop, number 21, Aiden Minoz. The second baseman, number 11, Matt Van Slake. And the pitcher, starting pitcher for the Dawgs, number 4, Brody Forno. And now your starting lineup for the Brooks Bombers. Starting in center field, number 2, Peyton Matthews. Starting in right field, number 4, CJ Snowden. Starting at first base, number 6, Wyatt Ormondi.
25.
Your catcher tonight, number 9, AJ Hurtado. Starting at third base, number 15, Liam Kirsch. The designated hitter, number 3, Christian Altamirano. I'll get that, don't worry. Starting in left field, number 26, Troy Morrow. Starting at shortstop, number 5,
All right, we're getting ready here. We have the national anthem before we get into the big show.
And now, for those of you who are able, we now ask you please rise and remove your hats and welcome Rebecca Berry in the singing of O Canada.
All right, we're ready to rock and roll here at Elks Field. Pete, did you get the beer batter? Had a baby. 25? Yep, perfect. All right, Julian Picorni takes them out here for your Bombers. He'll be chucking to A.J. Hurtado. Wyatt Ormondi over at first base. We're moving around the infield. Second base is going to be number 1, Tyler Dorn. Shortstop is J.R. Bedford. Over at third base from Indiana State, Toronto, Ontario, is number 15, Liam Kirsch. Moving left to right, we have number 26 in left field, Troy Morrow. Center field is our mainstay, back from last year, number 2, Peyton Matthews. And in right field is number 4, C.J. Snowden. Ready to rock and roll here shortly in Brooks as we are ready for looks like about a 7:08 first pitch coming up. And we're ready to rock and roll.
Opening pitch is brought to you by the Pink Porcupine. Now for the best 2 words in baseball, play ball.
All right.
This is the Okotoks Dawgs, the center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Here we go. Stepping to the plate for the Dawgs is going to be number 8, Jake Skaggs. Senior, Pittsburgh State University, Springfield, Missouri. Not going to lie, I tried recruiting him a few years ago when he was at Fort Scott Community College. Had some good conversation. However, it didn't work out, but here he is in the WCBL playing with the Okotoks Dawgs. Picorni misses ball 1. He's going to come inside ball 2. 2-0 to the center fielder, Skaggs. That's going to hit him. Skaggs is going to get on board with a hit by pitch.
Now to bat the third baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
That's going to bring up to the plate Connor Croson. He is also finished his senior year at the University of Montevallo. from Okotoks, Alberta. Had the majestic swing to win it all last year. Picorni misses outside, ball one.
Go, Julian. Here you go, kid.
Picorni picked up the save on Friday night in the Bombers' home opener, shutting down the Lethbridge Bulls with the bases loaded to seal the victory. That ball is going to skip. Skaggs slides in. However, the ball goes back to the backstop. Picorni struggling out here right out of the hop. 5 pitches, has yet to throw a strike. Skaggs makes his way down to second base. And we have a runner on second. Nobody out. As Picorni comes set. Dorn makes his way back to his defensive position. That pitch is going to be outside. 3 balls for Picorni.
All right, Julian.
Take your time, kid. Let's go.
Picorni is a junior at the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. That's going to be called a strike, and there we go.
Take your time, Julian. Let's go, kid.
Anybody with these guys, man. Throw strikes. Very important.
Croson draws the walk, which brings Max Lober out to the mound. We're going to discuss what's going on. We've got activity up in the Bombers bullpen with runners on first and second with nobody out here. Croson at first, Skaggs at second. And that will bring up
Number 12, Zane Scansey.
Zane Scansey.
Take your time, Julian. Let's go, kid. Take your time, bud.
He is also a senior, graduated from Campbellsville University. Excuse me. Campbellsville University Associate Head Coach Randy LeBlue. Played with Randy for 1 year at Mayville State University. He then took over as an assistant coach for a few years before making his way down to Campbellsville. He's been there a long time. He's had a lot of success both on the baseball field and in his earlier years on the volleyball court. Shout out to my boy Randy LeBlue. So the count's going to go to 1-1. We have runners on first and second with Scansey up.
Ground ball. 4-3 double back.
Picorni comes set. There's the pitch. And it's going to be called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes,
Let's go, kid.
as flashed by our home plate umpire, Chris Hartley. Scansey, the right-handed hitter, hitting .600 on the season. That's going to miss outside.
Pitch.
Not going to lie, that would have been called strike 3 yesterday afternoon.
Good pitch, Blue.
So Scansey will run the count even at 2-2. Picorni comes set. And we've got a swing and a miss by Scansey for out number 1.
Now to bat the first baseman, number 44, Nash Crowell.
Nash Crowell is going to step to the plate. He's the first baseman. Been around the league for a little bit. Plays at Reinhardt University. Another senior. A lot of experience on this Okotoks Dawgs roster. First pitch from Picorni is ball 1.
Take your time, Julian. Let's go,
1 ball, no strikes to Crowell. Again, wind, strong wind coming straight in from left field. It's going to take one to get one. That pitch is in there. It's going to be strike 1. 1-1 the count to Crowell. Hitting .250. He's got 3 hits, one of them being a home run in 12 at-bats. He's got 5 RBIs on the season. Did he check? Looks down at first base. Mr. Murphy says no go. Count is 2-1 to Crowell. Crowell's face was all over the internet last year as he took a 100-mile-an-hour heater right to the face. Did not like that call from Chris Hartley, and that's going to run it 2-2. Good opportunity here for Picorni to stretch the zone a little bit. He does, and there it is. Crowell did not like that. He's going to voice his displeasure to home plate Chris Hartley. And that is strike 3, out number 2 here.
Right fielder, number 28, Barry Eastman.
Eisman. Yep, it's on the very back page. $1 off drinks. We're working through it here. We got first pitch for Picorni to Barry Eisman is strike 1. Picorni struggled with the first 2 batters to find his release and location. Since then, he's been spot on. 0-1 the count to Eisman. That's a great pitch on the outside part called ball. So Picorni misses there. It's a very good pitch, at least from where I'm sitting, folks. 1-1 the count, 2 away here. That pitch is going to be hit into right field. C.J. Snowden is going to make the play. That's out number 3 in the top half of the first. And the Okotoks Dawgs, no runs, no hits, no bomber errors, and 2 runners left on base as we head to the bottom of the inning right here on the Flow Sports Network. Oh, you probably got one of those.
Android. Play Store.
Where's your...
Search right bottom right hand corner.
Might not be able to get it.
Last year, I struggled with it too, like it was there, but...
Yep. All right, let's take a look here. Brody Forno is going to toe the rubber here for the Okotoks Dawgs. He is also from Campbellsville University, a junior.
Now to bat, leading it off for the Brooks Bombers, the center fielder, number 2, Peyton Matthews.
So Peyton Matthews is going to step up to the plate here. He's going to lead it off for the Bombers. Bottom half of this first inning, and they're going to face Brody Forno, who seems to have been in the league a long time. Actually, oh, that ball is hit up high and in foul territory, and that is going to get out of play. His brother Dallas Forno played for the Bombers many years ago. Pitcher, Tabor University, Tabor College. Peyton hits that ball, and you can put it on the board. I'm going to tell you, folks, that ball, I did not think it had enough. However, Peyton's been in the weight room, he tells me, and he hit that ball through the wind. Bombs away, baby. Peyton Matthews leads off the bottom half of the first inning with his second home run of the season. Home run, Peyton Matthews. Bombers up 1-0. And that'll bring up the right fielder, number 4, CJ Snowden. Snowden's going to hit that ball back up the middle. First pitch offering, and Snowden's 5 stolen bases makes his way to first base. So, Bombers jumping out to a lead here right away in the first inning. Forno has thrown 3 pitches. 2 of them have been hits. 1, a home run solo shot in the right center gap. That's going to bring up Wyatt Ormonde. Snowden's gone. Rubleski throws. Safe is the call. Make that 6 stolen bases for Snowden. So, runner in scoring position, nobody out. Ormonde at the plate. Ormonde leading the Bombers in RBIs with 6. Can he get his 7th right here? Snowden with the lead, and that ball's going to get outside. Ball 2. Ormonde from California is wearing the hood. A little chilly here for the California native. Snowden with his lead. Forno looks, delivers. That ball is hit and foul. One ball, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Ormonde. Forno comes set. That ball's hit into right center. Snowden's tagging up, makes the catch. Skaggs got a great arm. He's going to be called safe.
Now to bat the catcher, number 9, AJ Hurtado.
It looks like Okotoks is going to appeal as if Snowden left early. Oh, he's going to call him out.
What?
Tyler Murphy calls CJ Snowden out for leaving early.
Oh my God.
So that's going to be a double play. Skaggs with a heck of an arm in center field, but we're going to have to go back and take a look at that. Swing and a miss. And that ball is going to come inside at Hurtado. Hurtado hit on the forearm against the Cactus Rats, had to come out of the game. However, he's back in this game. Two for four, one of those being a 3-run home run. And that ball is stroked to left field, right at the left fielder for out number 3. So the Bombers are going to score 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Dawgs errors and nobody left on base. We head to the top of the second right here on the FloCollege Sports Network right after this.
Once again, folks, be sure to grab those 50-50 tickets. Haven't seen a 50-50 seller yet? No worries. You can now buy them right from your seat and on your phone at bombers5050.com. Ticket sales are open until the end of the 6th inning, and the winning number will be drawn at the end of the 7th inning. Bombers 50-50 is proudly sponsored by Cooley Coach Live, the official charter of the Brooks Bombers. Leading off the top of the 2nd inning, the Okotoks Dawgs for catcher number 25, Jacob Lubusky. He is also tonight's Piston Road beer batter. The Bombers are able to strike him out. It's dollar on drinks until the end of the inning.
All right, here we go. First pitch from Picorni to Wróblewski. And that's an out.
Now to bat the designated hitter number 45, Benito Vanilla.
CJ's been doing that for the first few games, hasn't he? Yeah, where's my liquor?
Who?
CJ.
Well, he just steals bases. It's fast. That was a blown call, I think.
There we go. Now coming to the plate. Just trying to get the cameras here figured out. All right, first pitch here coming in to Benito Banillo. Second pitch anyway is going to be called a strike. Here comes the pitch from Picorni. That ball's going to be hit middle. Gets a glove on it. He'll run it over to Ormonde, and Bonilla is retired. 1-3 put out. Picorni knocks it down with the glove. Heads over to first base. Underhand toss to Ormonde, and we've got, count him, 2 away.
They have him as 21. No, I know. He's as 21. They screwed him. No, his jersey's wrong. Or his jersey's wrong, yes.
Now stepping to the plate is Aiden Munoz, 2 away. Picorni throws. That ball's hit into right center. Matthews tracks it down. Let's go. Big play right there from Peyton Matthews to end the top half of the 2nd inning for the Dawgs. There was no runs, no hits, no Bomber errors. and no Dawgs left on base. So we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Bombers up 1-0 on the Flow Sports Network.
Yeah, leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Brooks Bombers, the third baseman, number 15, Liam Kirsch.
All right, here we go. Liam Kirsch is going to step to the plate for the Bombers. Right-handed hitting. Third baseman, he's going to take strike one. Off-speed pitch.
Kids don't know how to dress themselves these days.
0-1 the count to Kirsch. Here comes the pitch. Same pitch, going to be cut the same result. Strike two from Forno. Forno working the slide piece. And he's ahead on Kirsch. 0-2. Bombers up 1-0 early on a Peyton Matthews solo home run. Matthews homered in Swift Current Saturday in a victory over the 57s. Same pitch. Kirsch is going to ground to short. Going to throw it across. However, they're going to call him out on the tag. So Crowell came off the base a little bit. Kirsch is on the tag, and we have out number one. Now stepping to the plate is the designated hitter, Adams State University, Christian Altamirano. Altamirano, 1 hit in 8 at-bats to date. Left-handed swinger. He takes ball 1. And second pitch, swing and a miss. That's going to run the count 1-1. Forno looks in. Delivers. That pitch is fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away here, bottom half of the second inning. Campbellsville University against Adams State University. That's going to miss high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Altamirano. Really neat kid, super nice, and very polite. But he's going to go down swinging, not happy about it. Or should I say, he's going to go down looking, not happy about it, as he makes his way back to the dugout. So we've got 2 outs. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 26, Troy Morrow. Morrow from Manteca, California, a freshman at Modesto Junior College. First pitch is going to come in inside. Morrow did not see action this spring due to a thumb injury. Big kid. Can swing it, Great round of BP today. Looking. He took that one looking, and that's going to even up the count 1-1. That's going to be a backdoor slider, but it's going to stay outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tomorrow, the left fielder. Be nice. And that fastball misses up. Morrow in the driver's seat, 3-1. 3-1 pitch is going to be outside and base on balls. And Morrow is going to make his way down to first base. So we got a base runner with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 5, J.R. Bedford. Having a great start to his season in 2 games. He is 2 for 4. He's got 5 runs scored, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and a couple of stolen bags. Make that 3. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Yeah, I was going to say our California connection players. Little chilly. He's got the turtleneck on. Trying to stay warm. Fouls that off with a check swing.
Go, JR. Here you go, kid.
Forno's in the driver's seat sitting 0-2. Let's see if they put Morrow in action here. Get him moving. Forno checks 0-2 the count to Bedford. That pitch is going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away. Morrow at first.
Good eye, Potter.
Bedford early in the season hitting 500 as the vehicles continue to roll in here to Elks Field. We got a bunch of latecomers. That pitch is fouled off. That's 5, 6 cars just rolling in.
Go, JR.
Half an hour after first pitch. We are still 1 ball, 2 strikes to the shortstop, Bedford. Morrow takes his lead. Bedford chops that to third. They're going to make the play over to second base. And that's going to be the inning. So, the Bombers, no runs, no hits, no Dawgs errors, and 1 runner left on base. So, after 2 complete innings, we have a 1-0 score with the Bombers jumped out front.
With live games, highlights, and replays. Visit FloCollege.com to learn more and sign up today. That's FloCollege.com.
Let's give a quick update around the league. It looks like the Saskatoon Berries have a 3-1 lead over the Swift Current 57s in Saskatoon and that's going to be the bottom of the second there, and right here at Elks Field on the Flow Sports Network, we're talking about 1-0 lead where the Bombers over the Okotoks Dawgs so far.
Third inning for the Dawgs. The second baseman, number 11, Matt Van Slyke.
All right, we're back here. Matt Van Slyke leads off. He's going to hit a chopper to the shortstop. Bedford's going to make the play over to first base to Armandi, and we've got 1 away. Bedford picks that up. First pitch swinging Van Slyke, and the Dawgs are down on their first out. We are back at the top of the order with the center fielder, Jake Skaggs. That ball's going to miss outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That ball's going to get chopped up the middle. Dorn, it's going to dive and go underneath the glove, and Skaggs is going to get on board with a first hit for the Dawgs. So, with 1 away, runner on first. That'll bring up Connor Croson, third baseman.
Let's go, Julian. Take your time, kid. Let's go. Take your time, bud.
Skaggs takes his lead. First pitch is a strike looking. Oh, and 1 the count to Croson. Picorni looks in. That ball's fouled back. 0-2 the count to Croson. As I was stating, Croson shocked the world to end a WCBL season and give the Okotoks Dawgs their 3rd championship. That pitch, swing and a miss. Connor Croson is going to go down on 3 straight pitches. 2 away.
Now to bat the left fielder, number 12, Zane Scansey.
So, with 2 away, that's going to bring up the left fielder, Zane Scansey. You're going to have to, if I'm a betting, which I'm not betting, I don't have the money. I knew Skaggs was going. There's the pitch out of the glove of Hurtado. That's going to get into center field. Matthews is going to pick that up. He's just going to get it back in to Bedford. So I figured that with 2 away, Skaggs might be on the run. There he is. He's gone, and he is safe at second base. Cars still coming into Elks Field. This is great. So 1 ball to Scansey. Skaggs now at second base, and that's going to miss low. 2-0. Make that 3-0. Crowell on deck. And he struck out in the first inning. That's going to miss low. See, I'm going off my point streak guy here. He said it was 3-0. I was going to call for the walk, but I guess not. I was right. Shouldn't second guess myself. Not going to say that. I'm probably wrong half the time anyways. At least that's what I hear a third of the time. So 3-0 is the count to Scansey. Here's the pitch from Picorni. That's going to be called strike 1. Paints the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Picorni comes set. Here's the delivery. That is not going to work. Skaggs is hung up at second. Slides back. So, 2 away here. Runners on first and second. And that brings up the first baseman, Nash Crowell. Here we look. Runner at first and second. Dorn going back and forth. There's that pitch inside. That's going to be fouled back for ball or strike 1. So 2 away. First baseman Crowell is up. The count is 0-1. That's going to miss high. Pops out of Hurtado's glove. And the runners are going to advance on the passed ball. So off the glove of Hurtado pops up, squirts out of his glove, and the runners advance. So if Crowell can get a single, he'll potentially put the Dogs up by a score of 2-1. That pitch is on the inside part of the plate. Check that. Inside. 2-1 the count. Two balls, one strike. Runners on second and third. Crowell at the plate. That pitch is going to be hit hard to left field. It's going to get down. In comes Skaggs. In comes Scansey. And a 2 RBI single for Nash Crowell, and the Okotoks Dogs have taken a 2-1 lead.
Now to bat the right fielder, number 26, Barry Eisman.
Eisman taking a first pitch, swinging. And he will foul that over the Bombers' dugout for strike one. Eisman 4 for 9 on the season so far. Flew out, should I say lined out, to right field his first at bat before fouling that over the Bombers' dugout again. In those hits, he's got 3 singles, one of them a double. Crowell with the lead at first. Picorni shoots, and that's just going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and again, that would have been strike 3 yesterday. That comes inside, brush back, and the count runs 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Eisman. Runner on first, 2-1, Dogs with the lead. That pitch is again going to be fouled over the Bombers' dugout down the left field line.
Go, Julian.
2-2 count. Top 3. Runner at first. Eisman at the plate. Picorni throws. That ball is fouled off again. Keeping his hands inside the baseball. Looks like he changed his approach from his first at-bat, where he got the barrel out in front and line drive. F9. L9 could possibly put in the book. He's fouled off a number of pitches down the left field foul line. So 2-2 count remains. Oh, big jump by Crowell, however, all for naught as Eisman goes down swinging. So the Dogs are going to score 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors from the Bombers and 1 runner left on base. After 3.5 innings, 2.5 innings, the Dogs have taken a 2-1 lead.
Fans, be sure to stick around after the conclusion of today's game. You will be able to go on the field, get autographs, and interact with the players as part of tonight's fan appreciation festivities.
All right, here we go. We are back, bottom of 3. Tyler Pink Gloves Dorn steps to the plate, second baseman. 2 hits in 4 at-bats, one of them being a double. He's got an RBI. Here comes the pitch from Forno. That's going to go inside. That's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to the second baseman, Dorn. That's going to miss. 3 balls, no strikes to Tyler Dorn, hitting in the 9 hole. We can see if we can get the leadoff guy on and get some of those runs back this inning. So 3-0 pitch is called strike. 3-1 is the count to the second baseman, Dorn. Hey, that pitch is going to be called a strike. Maybe asking, is that on the check or is that a strike? Either way, the count runs full. And here comes the pitch from Forno. And swings through that. Dorn is going to go down on strikes.
Now to bat the center fielder, number 2, Peyton Matthews.
Let's go, Sam. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
All right, Peyton Matthews back to the top of the order. Center fielder, solo home run in the first. Swing and a miss as Forno jumps out in the count 0-1.
Go Deuce.
Backdoor slider is going to miss. 1-1 the count, Peyton Matthews, Chicago, Illinois. That's going to miss outside as well. Run the count to 2-1. Great kid, comes from a great family. He's lived at my place for the last 2 summers. Happy to have him back. That ball is hit again, but that's going to get into right center, and the right fielder, Mr. Eisman, is going to cut that down. So
Now to bat the right fielder, number 4, CJ Snowden.
Like you can, CJ. Let's go, kid.
Go CJ.
Snowden squares to bunt. He lays it down, and that's going to go foul.
Take your time, CJ. Let's go, kid.
Leg thing came undone with that.
0-1 the count to Snowden, right fielder from Chandler, Arizona. 375. He's 3 for 8 on the season. And that's going to be taken for a ball.
Hardly ain't that bad.
3 for 8, make that 4 for 9 as he singled in the first inning. And then takes a healthy cut, fouls that one back. And the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes
You go CJ.
to the right fielder.
Take your time, CJ. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud.
Here's the pitch from Forno. Misses outside. 2-2 to Snowden. We've got 2 away. That pitch is going to miss, and we run the count full. And again, can't stress enough the havoc that Matthews and Snowden, that ball is hit high and foul down the left field line. Matthews and Snowden are a dangerous pair to get on the base. Full count. Snowden, 4-0. Pitch, ball 4. Snowden works his way.
Now to bat the first baseman, number 6, Wyatt Ormondi.
Let's go, Wyatt.
Ormondi steps to the plate. Snowden at first. No figure. Forno's going to check him. And again throws over. All right, here we go. Ormondi waiting. Forno waiting. That pitch is going to go up high. Ball 1. So now we've got the pitcher concentrating a little bit too much on the base runner, maybe. Snowden takes his lead. No go. Back pick. Rubleski to Crowell. Safe at first. Snowden throws over again. Crowell, I think he had a little trouble with that. The count is 1-1. Forno looks in, 1-1. Snowden's got his lead. Ormondi ready, and that's going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud.
Here's the pitch, 2-1. That's going to be called a strike. 2-2 evens it up. So here we are at. My guess is that Snowden's going to get on the move here. Maybe Ormondi can hit something down the line. Snowden potential to score. Forno's looking in, delays. There's goes Snowden. That's going to get down. Ball, he's going to slide in, but that got behind Rubleski to the back of the screen. It doesn't matter. That's a stolen base. His 2nd of the game today and his 7th of the season. So Ormondi works the count full, 3-2. Snowden in scoring position. With a swing of the bat, Ormondi can tie this game up. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit into center field. It's shallow. Second baseman going back. He's going to make the play. So Van Slyke is able to haul that in from Ormondi.
And at the end of the 3rd inning, the Bombers with 0 runs off 0 hits and 0 errors. At the conclusion of 3 innings, Okotoks Dawgs 2.
So the Bombers are blanked in the bottom half of the 3rd. We head to the 4th with the Dawgs over the Bombers by a score of 1-0.
No worries, you can now buy them right from your seat and on your phone at bombersfitness.com. Ticket sales are open until the end of the 6th inning, and the winning number will be drawn after the 7th inning. Bombers 50/50 is proudly sponsored by Coogan Coach Lines, the official charter of the Coast Bombers.
All right, here we go. We're back. Top of 4, Picorni back out on the mound. First pitch to the beer batter tonight is Rubleski. He's going to hit that ball into center field, and Peyton Matthews is going to haul that in right center, and that's going to give us out number 1. All right, and here we go. Benito. Looks like we're froze there. Let's cut to the other camera.
Take your time, Julian. Let's go, kid. Take your time, bud.
There we go. Looks like our center field camera is frozen. Let's try and cut that back. There you go. Still frozen.
Something dirty right here. Boink.
And the ball is, oh, but he's going to sail that well over Armandi's head, and he is going to be safe on the air by Picorni.
No. You won.
Now to bat the shortstop, number 20, Aiden Meadows.
So Aiden Munoz is going to step to the plate now. One away, runner at first is Bonilla. Pitch is inside from Picorni. 1 ball. Swing and a miss from Munoz. Picorni throws inside. That's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. One away. Munoz at the plate. Bonilla at first base. That pitch, close, but no cigar. 3 balls, 1 strike. Not sure if that throwing error by Picorni is now maybe wreaking havoc a little bit with the mental game. Excuse me. So Munoz draws the walk. That's going to bring up Matt Van Slyke. Van Slyke, a sophomore at Mineral Area College, Whitby, Ontario native. 1 away. First pitch is going to be low. Ball 1. Picorni delivers 2 balls. So the 9-hole hitter, Matt Van Slyke, can't afford to put him on. That'll be bases loaded with 1 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order for the Dawgs. Two balls and 1 strike now. Picorni looks in, and that ball is fouled. Two balls, two strikes to Matt Van Slyke. Picorni working his way back into the count. One away. And Van Slyke is going to get struck out looking for two away.
Now up to bat, the center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
You should have been here yesterday. That's nothing. That is nothing. Compared to what happened yesterday.
Come on, Julian. Take your time. Get this. Go.
Ooh, and that's going to hurt. Jake Skaggs takes the first pitch from Picorni off the leg, and
Third baseman, number 10.
that's going to load it up for third baseman Connor Croson. So, two away here. Connor Croson at the plate. The bases are loaded. And Croson swings through the first pitch. Strike one. One strike to Croson, the third baseman. Skaggs, Munoz. On the bases. As well as Bonito Bonilla. There's a pitch. That ball is going to be hit into right field. CJ comes up gunning. 2 runs are going to score. And the Dawgs are going to take a 4-1 lead. Croson just reached out, tapped that ball in the 4-3 hole, out of the reach of Dorn, and the score is 4-1. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Zane Scansey. Who is? Alan, what's the name? All right, Alan down in South Carolina is watching the game. Alan, welcome. Give us some luck here, fella. We're down 4-1. Runners on the corners. Scansey at the plate. 2 out. And that's going to be called strike 2. Is it Alan Mosley? Yeah, it might be. He might be a super fan, I think. 0-2 the count. That's inside. Croson off to the races. He's going to steal second base, no throw. And the Dawgs put runners at second and third. We've got 2 out. Here's the pitch. Picorni, he's going to chop that to the shortstop. Bedford cannot make the play. Skaggs will scamper home. And that's going to extend the lead to 5-1.
First baseman, number 44, Nash Crowell.
So that'll give us runners at the corners. That ball is going to be hit to third baseman. He's going to throw it across to Ormandi Kirsch. Will get the last out here in the fourth inning. He switched the screen, can't tell you. So, yes. 1 hit. Just the hit by Croson. There, Bombers 2 errors that inning, and that's costly right now.
The Dawgs with 3 runs off 1 hit and 2 errors. Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Bombers, the catcher, number 9, AJ Hurtado.
Do you remember Sean Riddell? Sean Riddell? He's a pitcher my first year that I billeted.
Sean, what?
Riddell.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's a fucking TikToker now. 1 or 2 TikTokers.
All right, we're back.
Take your time, AJ, like you can.
Bottom of
Like you can, bud.
the 4th. Hurtado is going to hit that ball high. Going to be caught by the shortstop, Munoz.
Now off the bat for the Bombers, the 3rd baseman, number 15, Liam Kirsch.
Let's go, Liam. Like you can, kid. Take your time, bud. Let's go.
Now stepping to the plate with 1 away is the 3rd baseman, Liam Kirsch. And the Bombers are down by a score of 5-1. There's only 5 hits in the baseball game. The Dawgs have 3 of them. Bombers have 2. However, the score is 5-1. 1-1 the count to Kirsch. 4-0 set to deliver. And that's going to be fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 delivery that's going to be pulled out and in, and Hartley is not going to nibble on that. 2-2 is the count. 1 away here in the bottom half of the 4th inning with the Dawgs up 5-1. That's going to miss outside. Full count to the Ontario Blue Jay product, Liam Kirsch. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and that's going to hit him. He's jacked up as he heads down to first base. Kirsch aboard. 1 away.
Now back to designated hitter number 3, Christian Altamirano.
So 1 away. Runner on first is Kirsch. And Christian Altamirano steps to the plate as the Bombers look to push a run or two across and close the gap. Forno comes set as Kirsch takes his lead. First pitch, Altamirano goes to square, pulls back. That's ball one. Inside pitch. Kirsch has the lead at first. Here's the delivery, and that ball is going to be fouled back. 1-1 the count to Altamirano. Denver, Colorado native, will be a senior next year at Adams State. Kirsch fakes. Forno deals. Altamirano takes, and it's called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One away. Bottom 4. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss outside. Forno really looking for that backdoor curveball. Not getting it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Altamirano. 1 away. 2-2 pitch on its way, and that's going to be fouled off again. Battling away, multi-pitch at bat here from Altamirano. Hartley flashing the double peace sign. Nobody caught that joke. And Altamirano fouls it off again. Yeah. Except our point streak guy, Todd. He got it. Altamirano looking to work his way back into a full count. Maybe hit a mistake here. And the only thing that's going to get hit is he is. So Forno hits him, and that's going to get Altamirano to first. It's going to move Kirsch over to second base. And that's going to bring the left fielder to the plate in Troy Morrow. Joe Sargent's going to make his way out. We're going to take a little break here, see if our ads will run on the Flow Sports Network. All right, here we go. Troy Morrow stepping to the plate. We got runners at first and second. And Morrow's going to take a healthy cut through that. Kirsch and Altamirano aboard via the hit by pitch. Morrow still looking for his first hit of the early part of the season here. Be great if he found that hit right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch that's going to squirt away. Kirsch is going. And there we go. Altamirano is called safe at second. So Rubleski doesn't throw towards Kirsch. Back pick at Altamirano called safe. Runners advance second and third. We've got 2 in scoring position with 1 out and the left fielder Morrow at the plate. Forno looking in. Here's the pitch, and Morrow is going to foul that one over the left field line and foul.
Here you go, Troy. Let's go, kid. Square one up.
Point streak guy Todd, that's his billet son, Troy Morrow, cheering away. 1-2 the count to Morrow. That's going to miss high. 2-2. Two and two the count tomorrow. Bombers down 5-1. There's one away. Runners on second and third. Forno delivers, and that's going to miss outside. Not happy with himself. That's going to run the count full. Morrow can get on. That'll bring up the shortstop, J.R. Bedford. He's having a great start to his season. Full count pitch on its way, and Morrow gets underneath of that. That's going to be caught by the right fielder, Eisman. He throws it in. Crowell lets it go. Kirsch stays at third, and that's an F9.
Now to bat the shortstop, number 5, J.R. Bedford.
So J.R. Bedford will now step to the plate. Runners still at second and third. Now we've got 2 outs.
Here you go, JR.
Wróblewski making his way out.
Bedford, let's go, kid. Your time, JR.
Makes his way back behind home plate in front of Chris Hartley. Bedford, the right-handed hitter. Forno, the right-handed thrower. Here's the pitch. That's inside. 1 ball.
So, JR, take your time. See if you can, bud.
Fake throw back to second. Altamirano goes back. 1-0 the count. 2 away. Second and third of the runners. That's going to miss low. 2 balls. No strikes. After Bedford, we're looking at Tyler Dorn. He struck out swinging his first at-bat in the second. So, Bedford, here you go. That ball's hit and hit high. And that is going to get out. We've got some talking back and forth between Forno and Bedford. But a 3-run home run for J.R. Bedford. Bombs away. Bombers back in this game. Score of 5-4. Bedford trying to pump up the crowd here. I don't think Forno liked any of that. So 3-run home run for J.R. Bedford. We have a 5-4 ball game.
Number 1, Tyler Dorn.
Now let's take a look, see what will happen. If there's going to be any retribution. No, thank you. That's a ball up high. 1 ball, no strikes to Tyler Dorn, second baseman. Make that 2. So Bombers, 4 runs, all coming via the long ball today. The Dawgs have manufactured their runs, getting runners on base. and getting that key hit when they need it.
Take your time, Tyler. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud.
So Bombers have 3 hits, 2 of them being home runs. Count for the 4 runs, and that's going to miss outside. 4-pitch walk to Tyler Dorn. He's going to make his way down to first base. That's going to get us back to the top of the order in center fielder Peyton Matthews. He won't get there as Joe Sargent, the manager for the Dawgs tonight. Looks like they're going to make a pitching change. We're going to try to pump some ads for you here on the Flow Sports Network.
That's number 30, or you're guessing? 30, yeah.
Today's pitching changes are brought to you by Fergie's Limited, your local trusted light duty and agricultural mechanical specialist.
Dominic Wade.
Now in pitching for the Okotoks Dawgs, number 30, Dominic Wade.
All right. Now getting on to the mound here for the Okotoks Dawgs is going to be number 30, Dominic Wade, a right-hand pitcher, 6'3", 205 from Des Moines, Iowa, attending Ellsworth Community College, and he's a sophomore. Wade has got 1 appearance. He threw 1 inning, gave up 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in 1 inning of work.
Now to bat the center fielder, number 2, Peyton Matthews.
Let's go, Peyton. Take your time, kid. Like you can, bud.
Let's go, Deuce!
All right, so we're back. Dominic Wade on the mound. Peyton Matthews at the plate. Tyler Dorn at first base. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Take your time, Peyton. Like you can, kid. Let's go.
So Matthews swings and misses, strike 1 from Wade. And he's going to swing at that one as well. So Matthews down in the hole 0-2. He's going to have to battle his way here through this at-bat if he wants to get on and extend this inning. Bottom of the 4, Bombers have 3 runs across on 1 hit so far. 2 hit batsmen, they both scored, and a walk to Dorn. That ball's going to squirt. Dorn's on his way to second. He's going to slide in there safe. Our Source for Sports owner in the booth tonight says his pink gloves aren't pink. I think he's trying to upsell. So Matthews now 1-2. Dorn in scoring position. Gets his secondary lead. Matthews hits a line drive at the second baseman. Van Slyke, he's going to be out. And that's the end of the 4th inning for the Bombers. There was 3 runs, 1 hit. There were no Dawgs errors and 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the top half of the 5th inning. And here we go.
Bombers 4, Okotoks Dawgs 5.
All right, fans. We're back. Now taking the mound is right-hander Luis Gallardo. He's a junior from Red Deer, Alberta, attends the University of Michigan, Dearborn. So coming up for the Dawgs is going to be the right fielder, Barry Eisman. Gallardo misses high with ball one.
Take your time, Louise. Let's go, kid.
Looks as though the wind has died down. And Gallardo is going to throw a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike from Luis Gallardo. Eisman, ready. He's going to get out in front of that. It is going to be off the wall for a double. They are going to double check. The first base umpire, Tyler Murphy, went out, called it fair. First base coach wanted to ask if it hit the pole. Now they're going to call that a home run. So my question is how Murphy didn't call that a home run originally. So
That was not over the fence. There, talk to him about it again.
It hit the middle of the Brooks Berry side.
Come on, guys.
first base coach went and asked to have a chat. Murphy went in, reconvened with his team, came back and called it a home run for Barry Eisman. Now that'll bring up Jacob Rubleski. So Eisman homers, making him 1 for 3. Gallardo 0-2 to Rubleski. Sorry, 2-0. That ball is going to be hit into left field. Rubleski's got himself a single. He is 1 for 3.
Number 45, Benito Vanilla.
So nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Bonilla steps to the plate. Rubleski is on first. And Benito swings first pitch. Foul ball.
What are you looking at, Murphy?
The field got out field yet.
On the little app.
Come on, Louise, take your time, kid. Let's go.
Oh, it's not. Oh, there it is. Now it showed up.
Sure it's not a home run?
Tyler Murphy is taking a little bit of a beating from the audience here for not initially calling that a home run and then calling it a home run afterwards. Kind of second guessing himself. Gallardo, 0-2 on Bonilla. Runner takes his lead. And Bonilla is going to go down looking. So, one away here on the strikeout looking, the backwards K.
Back to shortstop, number 20, Aiden Lenos.
That's the 5th K for the Bombers. 2 more and McDoubles for the entire audience. McDonald's signed on to do the McDouble K. There we go. Munoz stepping to the plate. He takes strike 1 from Gallardo. Munoz 0 for 1. Flew out to Matthews and walked. Scored in that 4th inning. Runner at first bouncing around. Gallardo throws. Asking where that was.
That was right down the middle.
So 1 away. 1-1 the count.
I think I was going to actually tell Harvey he did a good job.
To Munoz. Rubleski over at first. Gallardo throws over. There's a pitch. Outside. 2-1. Munoz. Simpson University. He's a junior. Backdoor pick to Ormonde. 3-1 the count now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rubleski at first. Munoz. And that's going to miss outside. Ball 4. Munoz not happy about it. He's going to make his way down to first base. Now we've got a pinch hitter into the game for Matt Van Slyke. Ricky Sanchez.
Number 8, Ricardo Sanchez.
Mexico City, Mexico, senior at Pittsburgh State, much like his teammate Jake Skaggs. Ricky's been around the league a while. I believe he was a alumnus of Barton College. Here's the pitch. First pitch to Ricardo Sanchez is taken. Strike 1. Runners on first and second, Munoz and Rubleski. 1 away. Sanchez swings through that pitch. 0-2 the count. Gallardo had some work in the Swift Current game. Finished the game for the Bombers. 0-2 pitch. Inside. Misses. Ball 1. Gallardo looks in. 1-2 the count to Sanchez. Runners first and second. Sanchez hits that ball high, the curveball. And Morrow hauls that in for out number 2. 2 away. That'll bring up the top of the order in center fielder Jake Skaggs. Skaggs 1 for 1. He's been hit by pitch twice, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Skaggs at the plate. Gallardo comes set. 1-0 pitch. Foul ball on the left field line. 1-1 the count to Jake Skaggs. Springfield, Missouri native. Made reference to the fact he is a senior at Pittsburgh State. One and one the count to Skaggs. Gallardo throws. Yes, going to miss outside.
Take your time, Louise, like you can, kid. Let's go.
2 balls, 1 strike to the center fielder Skaggs. Got Croson waiting on deck. He had the big hit in the 4th inning. That pitch misses, and it's going to run 3-1. Three and one to Gallardo to Skaggs.
Take your time, kid. Let's go. Like you can, bud.
And he wants to talk to Hurtado. Altamirano, being the nice guy he is, filling up Chris Hartley's ball bag for him, giving him some of those fresh WCBL diamond baseballs. Three and one. The count. 2 away. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Skaggs is going to foul that pitch back. We are full. Runners will be in motion. That'll give the opportunity for the runner at first to potentially score if we have something in the corners or into the gaps. Matthews slightly shaded to right center.
Come on, Louise. Take your time, kid. Like you can, bud.
Full count pitch. Skaggs is going to hit that to Dorn. He's not going to be able to make the play. That ball is going to get into right field. And that's going to extend the Dawgs lead to 7-4. So Skaggs with an RBI single. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Connor Croson, with runners on 1st and 3rd, 2 away. Hurtado flashing the defensive signs in case Skaggs is on the move. Runner goes, swings through, pump fake. Hurtado rips it down to 3rd. Runners 2nd and 3rd, called strike by Hartley. Last time Croson was this position, poked one in the 4-3 hole. And now he is going to hit that ball to right field, and Snowden is going to haul that in. So after 4.5, The Dawgs extend their lead 7-4 over the Bombers on the Flow Sports Network.
Two left on.
Middle of the fifth inning, the Dawgs are 2 runs off 3 hits, 0 errors, and 2 left on base. Check scores from around the league. Around the WCBL. Scores from around the WCBL is brought to you by Davis Brooks GM. Davis provides bumper-to-bumper service with a full GM-certified service center staffed by expert technicians that can accommodate minor maintenance fixes to major repair. Davis GM, your one-stop repair shop.
Ricky Ricardo. Standing in center.
Once again, don't forget to grab that lady with the 50/50 tickets. Haven't seen her yet? No worries. You can now get them right from your seat on your phone at bostonticketcity.com. Tickets will be on sale in the 6th inning. Winning number drawn at the end of the 7th. 50/50 is proudly sponsored by Cooley Coach Line, the official charter of Brooks Bombers.
Boys, score some runs.
Dominic Wade heading back out to the mound for the bottom of the 5th inning here.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Bombers. Number 4, the right fielder, C.J. Snowden.
Go, CJ!
C.J. Snowden is going to lead off the bottom half of the 5th inning here for the Bombers. Wade delivers. That's going to be ball 1. So ball 1 to Snowden. Make that ball 2. Everybody helping everybody up here. 2-0 to Snowden. And then he's going to swing through that one.
CJ, like you can, kid. Let's go.
Just got to put his number in.
2 balls, 1 strike. Snowden, 1 for 1. Singled in his first at-bat, walked in the 3rd, now in the 5th, swung and missed twice. And Snowden is going to go down on strikes. Strikeout for Dominic Wade. One away here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Snowden goes down on strikes. It's going to bring up the first baseman, number 6, Wyatt Ormonde. 0 for 2. Flown out to the center fielder and the second baseman. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Wade working ahead. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count. Ormonde's got to find a way, get himself back into a even or plus account. Takes that for ball 1 and 2 is the count. Here's the pitch from Wade, and he is going to swing and miss. That ball is going to get away from the catcher, Rubleski, and Ormonde is going to get on base. So Ormonde is able to, like I said, find a way to become a base runner.
Let's go, AJ. You can, kid. Let's go.
I don't know what the WP means, but
Wild pitch. There we go. Ormonde at first, inside on a Hurtado. Ball one.
Take your time, AJ, like you can, kid. Let's go.
Totally makes sense. But it should be KSPB.
1-0 to Hurtado. He's going to hit that ball high. It's going to get behind us in the grandstand here. And that's going to run the count even at 1-1.
Like you can, AJ. Take your time, bud. Let's go.
1-1 the count to Hurtado. He's 0-2 today. Fly out to the left fielder, and he's flown out to the shortstop. So Hurtado, 2 balls, 1 strike. The catcher, Chaffee College. Ormonde short lead at first. That's going to squirt away. Rubleski keeps it off to the right-hand side. Wade wants a new ball. Hartley skips it back to him. He's got to work on that arm strength, Chris. 3 balls, 1 strike. As the Bombers look to, again, chip away and get back into this ball game. 3-1 count. He's going to take that for a strike. That's going to run it full. Full count, 1 away. Ormonde at first. Let's see what Hurtado can do to get himself on base and put a little pressure on the Dawgs. And he's going to foul that one off. Down the first base line.
Go AJ.
Full count. Wade comes set. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be skipped, and Hurtado earns himself a base on balls, pushing Ormonde over to second base. All right. Liam Kirsch, the third baseman, is going to step to the plate. He is 0 for 1. 6-3 put out in the second and hit by pitch in the fourth. Ended up scoring on the home run from Bedford. That ball is going to miss. So Wade, with runners now on first and second, seems to have lost a little bit of control. Hitter's got to be ready to go. Kirsch is ready. And he's going to take that pitch for a called strike. One ball, 1 strike. Third baseman Liam Kirsch at the plate. He's going to hit that ball into the 4-3 hole for his single. Eisman coming to throw it at home. And he's going to be held up at third base. The bases are going to be loaded. However, Kirsch finds the 4-3 hole. And the bases are loaded here with 1 away. So the Bombers have, I can't even tell you, it's been a number of times. The Bombers have had a number of bases loaded opportunities so far this year. Just haven't seemed to cash in on many of those opportunities. However, let's see if that will change here right now. With Christian Altamirano at the plate, 1 away and the bases are loaded. And he's going to skip that in the dirt. Rubleski keeps it in front. Ball 1. One ball to Altamirano, one away, 7-4 ball game, and he's going to skip that as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Rubleski's going to make his way out to the mound. The infield's going to come in, and Coach Joe Sargent is going to have a chat. All right, we're going to give it a shot here. We're going to see if we can run another ad. All right, well, everybody back to their position. Altamirano stepping back into the plate. 2-0 count. There's the pitch, and it's going to miss outside. 3-0 for Altamirano. As the Bombers are looking to get a freebie here. Wade pitches. That's going to be ball 4, and that's an easy RBI walk for Altamirano, trying to look back to the Bombers' dugout, fire everybody up. So Wade having a hard time here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Bombers with the bases loaded, and Coach Sargent will make his way back out to the mound, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Dawgs, as a left-hander is going to be coming in. By the looks of it, is going to be number 22, Nate Charlton.
Pitching change brought to you by Fergie's Limited, your local trusted light, duty, and agricultural mechanical specialist. Now in for the Okotoks Dawgs, number 22, Nate Charlton.
Seven 5 the ball game.
There's more baseball to be seen on FloCollege, whether it's a walk-off home run or a game-saving strikeout. Today's baseball games and thousands more are streaming live on FloCollege. Don't miss a moment. Head to FloCollege.com. Start streaming now. That's FLOcollege.com.
Okay, Bombers fans, Dawgs fans, baseball fans, all across the Flow Sports Network. We have Nate Charlton, a freshman from Mount Hood Community College. He's going to step to the plate, and he's going to face left fielder number 26, Troy Morrow. Morrow takes ball 1. Morrow's 0 for 1. He walked and has flown out to the right fielder. Bombers with the bases loaded, 1 away. Charlton pitches inside. That's going to be called a strike. 1-1 to Morrow.
You got Troy.
Charlton delivers, and that's going to be up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Morrow looking for his first hit of the season. Great time to do it right here. He's going to hit that ball to the second baseman. Sanchez is going to boot it. Morrow is safe at first.
He hit that pretty hard at him. I think he beat that infield hit. E4. All right, we'll take it.
Sanchez muffed that ball at second. The sure-handed Sanchez. Been watching him at the Dawgs for the last few years. He's shouldn't say pretty, very solid. Okay, so that'll bring J.R. Bedford to the plate. And he's going to take the first pitch from Charlton for a strike. So the Bombers have chipped away 7-6. Bases loaded, 1 away. And J.R. Bedford is at the plate. He hits a hot shot at Sanchez, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play to end that. You can't say much about that. Bedford hit that baseball hard on a one-hopper to Sanchez, who redeems himself, throws it over to Munoz, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 to end the 5th inning. However, the Bombers put a couple more right back on the board, and there we go.
At the bottom of the 5th inning, the Bombers with 2 runs off 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. And after 5 complete, Okotoks Dawgs 7, Brooks Bombers 6.
Heading to the top half of the 6th inning, Gallardo back out on the mound. Number 12 is going to step to the plate. Zane Scansey, native of Gig Harbor, Washington, Campbellsville University. Music, music, music. Sorry. Chris Hartley getting animated back there. Ball is up, ball 1 to Scansey. Seven-six ball game here, top of 6. That's going to miss. Ball 2. 2-0. Gallardo to Scansey. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to go foul. 2 balls, 1 strike to Scansey. Scansey is 0 for 2. Struck out, walked. Error by the shortstop. So his 4th plate appearance. Gallardo delivers. Just misses. That's going to be ball 4. Sorry, ball 3. Pitch number 4. Ball 3. 3-1 to Scansey. That ball's going to get chopped. Foul. Going to run full count here. Scansy 0 for 2. Bombers player last year, Anthony Gilbert, signed and played at Campbellsville this year. Gallardo misses with the curveball up high, and Scansy will make his way down to first base with a leadoff walk.
Now, the bat, the first baseman, number 44, Nash Crowell.
So Nash Crowell will step to the plate. Nobody out. Scansy on first base. Gallardo comes set. First pitch, and Crowell is going to hit a high fly ball. Matthews comes in. And that's going to be out number 1. So Matthews coming in from center field, catching that just short of second base in the outfield for the first out. Scansy stays put at first. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Barry Eisman, homered in his last at-bat. Or did he? Murphy called it he called it a home run. That ball's hit again out to Matthews at center field. Rings that one in for out number 2. So Eisman, F8 in the book. He will now go to 1 for 4.
He is tonight's Mr. Broke Bear batter. Do we get a strikeout? It is 1-0 strikes till the end of the inning.
So Rubleski steps to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Singled in his last at-bat. That pitch is inside. Ball 1. Just misses. One ball, no strikes to Rubleski. That ball is hit and hit foul down the left field line. Long foul ball. 1-1 the count. Rubleski, the beer batter tonight at Elks Field. The sun has since looked like it's starting to set. A little bit of and Rubleski hits that one into center field for a single. His second hit of the night. That'll move the runners to first and second. And a pinch hitter coming into the game, Brandon Paez, Montreal, Quebec.
Number 23, Brandon Paez.
Yeah. So Paez hitting for Bonilla. Paez from the University of Utah.
Take your time, Louise, like you can, okay? Let's go.
Luis Gallardo misses upstairs, ball 1. 2 away here. Damage control. That ball is hit, fielded, and that's going to be a out number 3. Liam Kirsch makes the play, gets the out, and that'll end the top half of the 6th inning. Dawgs lead the Bombers 7-6.
The Dogs with 0 runs off 1 hit. 0 errors and 2 left on base. Once again, fans, last chance to get your Coach Lines 50/50 tickets. Haven't seen her yet? Once again, check your phone and go to bombers5050.com.
And do 5 U. Yeah.
Around the league here, the Okotoks Dawgs have a 7-6 lead over the Brooks Bombers right here at Elks Field. And in the top of the 8th inning, Saskatoon holds a 7-2 lead over the Swift Current 57s.
How does that? He's gonna come up to bait though.
What's that?
He'll come. See, that's not right.
Pete.
Just a reminder, fans and all attendants, we like to keep our ballpark looking clean and tidy. Kindly ask all fans to grab their empty cans and garbage and dispose them in the proper receptacles spread around the ballpark. As you leave today. We thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, because then they'll say runner at second base put out. There we go.
Anyway, figure it out. This I know.
All right, Bombers fans, we are back here on the Flow Sports Network.
Second baseman, number 1, Tyler Dorn.
Tyler Dorn is going to step to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. He struck out and walked. Nate Charlton is going to deliver the first pitch. That's going to be ball 1. Dorn, switch hitters, stepping over to the right side of the plate. And he's going to foul that pitch off, even up the count at 1-1. Here's the pitch from Charlton. That's going to be called strike. Dorn necessarily did not agree with that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 9-hitter Dorn. There's the pitch. And he's going to go down looking on strikes.
Oh, that's so inside.
And the Bombers are down 1 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lefty-lefty matchup here as Peyton Matthews steps to the plate. First pitch to Matthews, that's going to hit high on the shoulder. And Matthews is going to make his way down to first base. And again, that's going to maybe create a little havoc here on the Dawgs defense. However, Charlton's a lefty. We'll see his move. Let's see what he and Matthews are going to play, a little game of cat and mouse. People watching from outside the fence. Snowden steps to the plate. He's going to take the first offering from Charlton for a called strike 1. Matthews takes his lead at first, and Charlton throws over. Snowden, 1 for 2 today, singled in the first, walked in the third, and struck out in the 5th. Matthews takes his lead. Charlton throws over. Safe. Charlton comes set. Matthews at first. Pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. to the right fielder, Snowden.
Take your time.
Lots of speed in the Bombers outfield. We're still waiting on outfielder Ben Fischel from Columbia University, as well as left-hand pitcher Martin Zhang, also from Columbia. Cody Butt, Bellevue University, comes in, as well as a couple College of the Canyons players, right-hand pitchers Derek Hughes and Chad Stanchfield.
Take your time, CJ. Let's go, kid.
Sora Nishijima is also on his way to the Bombers as Snowden walks. Zhang, Stanchfield, Nishijima, Hughes,
Take your time, kid. Let's go.
Fischel, and Butt all coming in this week for the Bombers. All pitchers other than Fischel as an outfielder. That'll solidify the team. And from there, we're going to try to create some good chemistry and continue this good start we've got to the season. Great ball game here in Brooks, 7-6. Okotoks leads by 1. Ormonde fouls off the first pitch from Charlton as the Bombers look to get even with the Dawgs. Matthews at second. We got speed on the base. Charlton misses up and away. 2.
Take your time, Wyatt. Like you can, kid. Take your time.
Second pitch of the at-bat. 1-1 is the count. That's a ball that's going to be hit into center field. Caught by Eisman. We're going to throw it back to second base, and Sanchez tries to tag Matthews safe. So 2 away here, Ormonde, F9. AJ Hurtado is needed right now for a big hit, clutch hit right now from number 9, Hurtado. AJ Hurtado with speed on the bases. And there goes.
Interference at the plate.
Snowden is going to be thrown out at second base.
Interference at the plate.
So Matthews and Snowden run a double steal with Hurtado at the plate. They elect not to go after Matthews. They go after Snowden, and he is thrown out. First time this year Snowden's been thrown out for the third out of the 6th inning. And through 6 complete innings, the Dawgs lead your Bombers by a score 7-6.
The Bombers with 0 runs off 0 hits, 0 errors, and 1 left on base.
Lucas Mahoney. Mahoney, yeah.
And once again, pitching change is brought to you by Fergie's Limited, your local trusted light, beauty, and agricultural mechanical specialist. Now in for the Brooks Bombers, number 14, Lucas Mahoney. shortstop, number 20, Aiden Minoz.
Let him on there, Mahoney. Take your time, Lucas.
Lucas Mahoney enters the game here in the 7th inning for the Bombers, and he throws a first pitch to Munoz, strike 1. And now he's going to throw another one, strike 2. Munoz falls. 0-2 here to Mahoney. Mahoney delivers. He misses inside. Mahoney spent this year down at Minnesota post-grad using his gap year before the college clock started. And at the end of his season, the post-grad athlete there, he signs with Bellevue University, which has a lot of ties here to the Okotoks Dawgs program. And blows it by Munoz, strikes him out. Mahoney dials it up. First out of the 7th inning is a strikeout. Co-head coach Mitch Schmidt is assistant coach at Bellevue University, Omaha, Nebraska. That'll bring up Ricardo Sanchez with one away here. First pitch from Mahoney to Sanchez, strike 1. Mahoney dialed in. Second pitch, misses up, 1-1. Sanchez, right-handed hitter, and misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on here, 1 away, top of 7, 7-6 ball game. That looked pretty good. Hartley disagrees. That's 3-1. 3-1 to Ricardo Sanchez with 1 away already here in the 7th inning. Mahoney comes set, delivers. That's going to be called a strike.
Keep it down, Zimmer. Don't give me any ideas.
And Sanchez fouls that offering back, and we're still stuck at a full count. Mahoney not giving in to Sanchez. Full count. Mahoney comes set. Outfielders straight away, infield straight away. That pitch is going to be chopped to third base. Foul ball. Sanchez makes his way back to the right-handed batter's box. Mahoney settles in, checks the side. Max Lober relaying to Hurtado. Here's the full count offering from Mahoney. And that's going to go ball 4 high. Sanchez is going to make his way down to first base with a 1-out walk in the top of the 7th inning.
Center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Well, that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jake Skaggs, to the plate. So you got a savvy vet at first base with Sanchez. Skaggs is a good hitter, and that's going to be ball 1. 1-0 to Jake Skaggs, the center fielder. 2 for 2 today. And Mahoney finds the strike zone. 1-1. Revelstoke native. Parents are in town. Hello, Mom and Dad. Probably the first time seeing their son in a while, as he's been down in Minnesota. Skaggs swings through the second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanchez at first, 1 away. Mahoney checks in. Middle double play depth. Sanchez at first. He's not going. Mahoney looking back in, wondering where that pitch was. Fans asking the same question. I don't have a good enough view to make any judgments. I'll leave it to the umpire. 2-2 the count to Mahoney. Delivers to Skaggs. He swings and misses. Big strikeout from Mahoney. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody get your McDoubles, Pete. That's 8 strikeouts. McDoubles for everybody. 2 away here. Connor Croson will step to the plate. He's 1 for 3, and he fouls the first pitch back. Walked in the first, struck out in the third, singled. Nice 2 RBI single there. And then flew out to right field in the 5th. Here we are in the 7th with 2 out. Dawgs up 7-6. Sanchez at first. The count 0-1. Mahoney just misses outside.
Don't be angry with us, Chris.
1 ball, 1 strike to the third baseman, Croson. Fans are quiet. That's going to be called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to third baseman Connor Croson. Takes some time. He's got to clean his glasses off. He's got some dust on him. The wind has died down. However, it looks to be a little chilly out there tonight. Not sure what the weather network's showing. I'm going to guess it might be 13 degrees. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Croson's going to foul that down the right field line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Tell me about it. Croson is going to hit that ball into right field. Snowden is not going to get there. It's going to drop in front. And Croson has himself a 1-2 hit, and that extends the top of the 7th inning, pushing Ricardo Sanchez to second base. But where? Where's he sitting?
Take your time, Lucas, like you can.
Maybe that's down front.
Yeah, he's probably sitting down in front for $35. I'm not paying that. So Zane Scansey will step to the plate with runners on first and second. Half check swings through that, and Scansey's down 0-1. Zane is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks tonight. Got runners on second and first, 2 away. Mahoney working hard this inning. Does have a couple strikeouts, a walk and a base hit. Be great to get out of this inning, put some pressure back on the Dawgs. 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mahoney back on the mound. Hartley flashes the side. Croson at first, Sanchez second. 8-7 ball game. Bombers down by 1. Top of 7, what do you got? That's going to be back up the middle. Matthews coming in hard. He's got the ball. He's throwing it in. Ormonde closes it off. Sanchez scores, and the Dawgs push another run across. The score is 8-6. And that'll bring up Nash Crowell to the plate. So a 1-2 single by Scansey hits it right back up the middle. That'll push a run across. And Crowell is going to flare one to left. That's going to drop in front of Snowden. He's going to throw it in. Ormonde cuts that off, and the Dawgs have themselves another run as Croson scores. So the Dawgs push two out singles that turn into 2 runs, and they have themselves a 9-6 lead. Important runs when we're getting this late in the ball game. Mahoney is not getting hit hard. He's actually doing a very good job of making sure that the Dawgs aren't finding barrels. So Crowell at first. Scansey at second. Eisman at the plate. He's going to hit one right back up the middle. Matthews getting the ball. He's going to throw it home. Ormonde tries to cut it off, slides, picks it up. Crowell can't go, and they are going to score another run. So, Mahoney has given up back-to-back-to-back singles. Dawgs have now 11 hits on the night, and they only have a 4-run lead.
He is tonight's Piston Road beer batter. If he gets out, it's $1 off drinks until the end of the inning.
Hurtado out to talk to Mahoney.
10 runs.
Dawgs have pushed 3 across here in the 7th. And they're doing it by singling with runners in scoring position. Mahoney leads with a strike. I like his compete. Lucas Mahoney competing on the mound. He's not going to give in. Dawgs doing a good job of hitting good pitches. And that's a foul by Wróblewski. So again, and it's not like Mahoney's falling behind in the count. He's up 0-2. Just got to find a way to pitch to soft contact, and I shouldn't say that he's done it again. Number of times. And there it is, foul ball by Wróblewski. Here's the pitch from Mahoney. That's going to be up high. Mahoney's going to take it himself. He'll end the inning. He's not probably happy about surrendering those runs, but man, he threw really well, really well. Pitch to soft contact. Baseball's hit back up the box, and the Dawgs score 3, push 3 across, and they push their lead by 1 to 4, and they've got a 10-6 lead.
Brooks has been a locally owned and operated company committed to providing excellent, knowledgeable customer service since 1964. They will offer a wide range of products, which include auto parts, RV parts, industrial supplies, power and truck accessories, janitorial supplies, and much, much more. Check them out at 315 First Avenue East.
40?
Now get up and stretch your legs and join Josephine Whip and 7-minute stretch. Thank you, Josephine.
40? You said?
And once again, pitcher change is brought to you by Fergie's Limited, your local trusted light duty and agricultural mechanic specialist. Now in pitching for the Dawgs, number 40, Chase Tucker.
Back, Bombers. Let's get it back.
A whopping 117. Yeah. Both were 117. All right, here we go. Here we go. Bottom 7, AJ Hurtado stepping to the plate against fresh pitcher Chase Tucker for the Dawgs. He's down 2-0 to Hurtado. Chase Tucker from St. John's, Newfoundland, a junior at Campbellsville University. 2-0 comes in at strike 1. 2-1 the count to Hurtado. Tucker delivers. That's going to miss. 3-1. Tucker has pitched 2 innings early in this season. Munoz over to Crowell, and they will retire. Hurtado, 1 away.
Now to bat the third baseman, number 15, Liam Kirsch.
Why would I expect you to call something right, Murphy?
2 innings. He's 3 hits given up. 1 run, 1 earned run, and a walk. First pitch to Liam Kirsch is called strike. Oh, and 1 pitch to Kirsch. Low. 1-1. Kirsch steps out. Steps back in. And that's going to be ball 3. Sorry, 2. Jumping ahead of myself. 2-1 to the third baseman. That pitch is going to come in. I don't think Kirsch liked that, but that's called a strike, and it's 2-2. 2-2 count to Liam. Kirsch, and swing, fouls it back. Tucker hops off the mound, gets a fresh ball, jumps right back on. Kirsch is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Fouls it back again. Kirsch nods. Seeing the ball well. 2-2 the count. Time is called. Not sure who called time, but Tucker delivered, was going to deliver. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Kirsch fouls it off again. Count remains 2-2. Tucker comes set. And he misses with the curveball. That's going to run it full. 8 pitch at bat. Here comes the 9th pitch of the at bat. Full count pitch is on its way. He checks. Murphy says no. Kirsch will make his way down to first base. And we have a 1-out walk here in the bottom half of the 7th. So Altamirano comes up to the plate with the runner on first, 1 away. Oh for 1 today, struck out, walked, and hit by pitch. Kirsch takes his lead. Tucker delivers, fouls it off.
Right on it, Christian, kid.
Altamirano hit well over 300 this year, this season, down at Adams State. There's the pitch. He's going to bunt, but that's going to be foul. So that's going to be 0-2 to Altamirano. Going to have to work his way back. Tucker throws. That's going to miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kirsch taking his lead at first. 10-6 ball game, back and forth all game. That's going to be hit to the third baseman. And that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play for the Dawgs. That is going to end the 7th inning. And we are heading to the 8th with the Dawgs holding a 10-6 lead over the Brooks Bombers right here at Elks Field. Watching on the Flow Sports Network.
At the end of the 7th inning, Bombers with 0 runs off 0 hits, 0 errors, and 1 left on base. All right, fans, get out your 50-50 tickets. We're making a draw for $350. Tonight's winning ticket number is C1170. C1170 for $350. Come on out to the media booth and claim your prize.
Come on, Hemp. Put a lot of work in here, you guys. You guys are throwing that shit on the floor.
Oh, you guys better not be making a mess of it. You see the balls in here? I wouldn't do that one.
Rich, get Rich here. It's not you. Job, Sally.
Leading off the top of the 8th inning for the Dawgs, number 23, Brandon Paez.
All right, we are back here. Top of 8, Lucas Mahoney.
Come on, Lucas. Take your time, kid.
Throws the first pitch for a strike to Brandon Paez. Paez with the fielder's choice. Back in the 6th. Stays in the game with that pinch hit. And then he hits that ball. That gets by. He is going to go to second base. The throw is not in time. Paez is going to lead off with a
Number 20, Aiden
double in the top of the 8th.
Take your time, Lucas. Like you can, kid. Let's go. It'll be easier if it was fouled off.
Mahoney comes set. Munoz at the plate. And called a ball.
How do you keep getting fooled on those?
1 ball to Munoz.
9 innings of consistency would be good.
Here's the pitch. That ball's going to be hit
That is
fair.
That is not fair.
That was out. That was outside.
And that's going to be a triple for Munoz.
That was out.
Going to score
That was on the other side of the line, bud.
Can't call it.
Paez.
Can't call a home run. Can't call a fair ball. What a great consistent night.
Okotoks now extends their lead
Now to bat
with
number
a
8, Ricardo
double,
Sanchez.
then a triple.
Unbelievable, Hartley.
You too, Murphy.
Last call for the bar. Last call for the bar.
Max Lober is going to make his way out to the field. He's going to talk to Lucas Mahoney as the infielders make their way in.
Tonight's Cooley Coach Lions 50-50 winner, $350, Sally Bartman. Congratulations, Sally.
Sally Bartman.
I might as well change it to a
Wonderful umpires.
I know when you call them, don't call them the proper calls. Murphy and Hartley. One more run, dude. We better get those in. 5 runs in.
All right, here we go. 11-6 ball game. Mahoney, Sanchez, Snowden, and he hauls that in. That's going to score Munoz from third. Sack fly for Sanchez.
Let's go, Lucas. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
One away. First pitch to Skaggs. Called strike. Skaggs struck out in his last at bat. Mahoney delivers. That's going to be low. 1-1 the count. Lucas Mahoney, Jake Skaggs. Here's the pitch. Yes, he did, says Chris Hartley at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two count. Mahoney delivers. That ball is going to be hit to Wyatt Ormonde at first. He's going to take it himself. And that's going to be out number 2.
Now to bat the third baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
That'll bring up the third baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
Take your time, Lucas. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud.
Croson 2 for 4. A walk, strikeout, single, F9, and another single. Scored a run. Mahoney high and inside, ball 1. Croson hits that ball to right field. It's going to drop in. Okotoks flare after flare after flare.
He was trying.
So Mahoney, although it looks though he's given up a lot,
Number 12, Zane Scansi.
lots of flares coming off the bats of the Dogs. They just seem to be finding holes.
Take your time, Lucas. Like you can, kid. Let's go.
2 away, and swing and a miss from the left fielder, Zane Scansi.
Nothing else. Just 2 more strikes. Take your time, Lucas.
Scansi digs in. Mahoney delivers. That ball's fouled behind. 0-2 the count to the left fielder. Croson at first. 12-6 ball game. Dogs have plated 3 in the 7th, 2 more here in the 8th to give themselves a 6-run lead. Hits in the ball game, the Dogs have 14, Bombers only have 4. Mahoney delivers, that's going to hit Scansi. That's going to extend the inning a little bit here.
Up to bat the first baseman, number 44, Nash Crowell.
Go, Lucas. Take your time, bud. Let's go. Take your time.
Crowell steps in. Mahoney comes set. Inside. Ball one. Crowell 2 for 5. He's got a pair of singles. Bombers have 2 outs. Got to get out of this inning. Damage control and see if they can't put something together here in the final 2 frames. Crowell is going to hit that ball high into right field. Oh, and Snowden lost it in the lights. It's deeper than he thought. Crowell's going to get himself a triple.
15-6.
And that ball was lost. So you can't pin that on Mahoney. Lost it off the bat.
Now to bat, the right fielder, number 28, Barry Iceman.
Score now 15-6 here. And again, Mahoney throwing well. Definitely not indicative.
Come on, Lucas, take your time, bud. Let's go. If you can.
I'm just looking off the ticker, though. And Eisenman swings and fouls it back. Might not have.
Come on, Lucas, take your time, kid, like you can.
Eisenman is going to foul that off.
Take your time, Lucas, like you can, kid. Let's go.
So Eisenman is down 1 and 2 in the count here.
Right here, Lucas, right here.
Runner on third. Eisenman hits that high. No play made there. So Mahoney back on the rubber. 1-2 count to Eisenman. That ball's hit right back up the middle.
Keenan, don't add any more runs.
What?
You got too many runs up there.
It's 15-6.
Now it is. But you had 15 up there already. Are you looking at him? I'm doing live scoring. I just looked it over. Just like a run just came in now, right? Yeah.
So single for Eisenman. That's going to score Crowell. First pitch for Mahoney is fouled back. Rubleski's looking for the stick. Give me a little pine tar, he says. Down 0-1 is Rubleski. Okotoks has pushed the lead here. Rubleski, the 9th batter to come to the plate. He's going to swing and miss. Count is 0-2. to the catcher.
Take your time. Look just like you can, kid. Let's go. Take your time.
2 away here. Top of 8. Runner at first. Pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 on Rubleski. And that's going to end the 8th inning. We're moving on to the bottom half of the 8th. Bombers trail the Dawgs. Here we go on the Flow Sports Network.
550.
That inning, the Dogs, 5 runs on 5 hits, 0 errors, and 1 left on base. Tonight's attendance is brought to you by Wave Inspection. Wave Inspection Limited is a privately owned, non-destructive examination company headquartered in Brooks, Alberta. They offer only the best technicians the industry has to offer. Experienced and knowledgeable, we bring your precision work. Tonight's attendance is 117. Thank you for supporting the Brooks Bombers and WCBL baseball. All right, here we go. We are back. Bottom 8. Troy Morrow steps to the plate.
Up to bat for the Bombers, number 26, Troy
Morrow, 0 for 2. Takes a second pitch for a called strike.
Go, Troy. Here you go, kid.
1-1 the count tomorrow. Make that 1-2. Takes that pitch for strike 2.
Take your time, Troy. Take your time.
Tucker delivers. That's going to be outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder from Modesto Junior College. Fouls that pitch back. Count remains 2-2.
Like you can, kid. Let's go. Like you can.
Chase Tucker still in the game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. That's going to run it full. 7 pitch at bat for Morrow. Fouls it back again. He's right on it. Right on it.
Take your time, Troy. Like you can. Take your time, buddy.
Full count to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Morrow fouls it off again. He's in it.
Like you can, bud.
Full count. Morrow Tucker. Again, fouls it back. Good at bat from Troy Morrow. Probably his best at bat of the season right here. Against Tucker. Again, fouls it off. 10 pitch at bat. Who's going to win this one?
Go left side.
Like a war of attrition.
Come on, baby.
There's the pitch, and that's going to be called outside. Great at bat right there from the freshman outfielder from Manteca, California. Morrow works himself a walk, and that'll bring up the shortstop, number 5, J.R. Bedford. Nobody out. Morrow on first. Bedford hits that ball. It's going to get to the shortstop. Munoz throws it over to second at Sanchez. Murphy looking around. Take that back. That's Jocelyn. Jocelyn makes the call, looks around, and we have one away. So fielder's choice. Tyler Doran steps to the plate. One away and Bedford on first. Strike one as Dorn swings through it. 0-1, one away, bottom 8. Score is 15-6. Dawgs.
Go, Doran. Here you go, kid.
Take your time, Tyler. Let's go, kid.
2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And Tyler Doran's going to go down on strikes. Swings through that one, and we have 2 away. In the bottom of the 8th. Bedford is off to the races. That ball's going to squirt. He's actually going to go to third, throw over to third, and he is safe. Bedford steals second and takes third on the errant throw that was not able to get rolled in. So with 2 out, Matthews swings through the first pitch from Tucker with Bedford awaiting on third. Swings through that pitch, squirts away from Rubleski. Tucker comes down to hold the home plate area. 0-2 to Matthews.
Let's go, Deuce.
2 away, bottom 8. That's going to miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2. Matthews fouls that back. Count remains 2-2.
Here you go. Let's go, Peyton. Here you go.
Matthews steps in on the left side. Tucker comes set. And swing and a miss. Strike three, and that'll be it for the Bombers here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
0-0-1-1.
No runs, no hits, no Dawgs errors, and there was one runner left on base in the bottom of the 8th. And Okotoks holds a 15-6 right here at Elks Field on the Flow Sports Network.
That pitching change for the Brooks Bombers. Now in number 22, Lucas Granero. The Bombers' next home game will be this Wednesday, June 4th at 7 o'clock as the Bombers welcome the Energy City Cactus Raft downtown. Get your tickets at tickets.brooksbombers.com.
So looks like we got Lucas Granero coming into the game for the Bombers here in the top of the 9th. He will face Brandon Paez, Aiden Munoz, and Ricardo Sanchez. Granero.
Brandon Paez.
I already got him. So, Granero, 6'2", 215 from Woodbridge, Ontario, out of Three Rivers College. His first pitch is a strike one. Paez swings through the second offering, and it's 0-2. And Granero freezes him, strike three. 3 straight pitches.
Now to bat the shortstop, number 20, Aiden Munoz.
He swung, right?
Yep.
Why was the keyboard not working? So he was telling his dad that Paez or whatever that struck out was like Lucas knows a bunch of these guys. He's played against them a long time. Was 0 for lifetime against them, and they ripped that one down the third baseline.
Looks like Munoz hits one to left field. Morrow makes the catch.
CJ picked it.
Oh, JR, I'm sorry. JR Bedford makes the catch. We've got 2 down.
That was a pretty good catch.
Granero, 2 away, throws to Sanchez. Ball 1. Next offering is outside. 2-0 from Graniero to Sanchez. 2 away here. 9th inning, top of 9. There you go. Graniero comes back with a strike. 2-1 is the count. Sanchez. Bombers are going to need a big 9th. Come back. Good pitch by Graniero. It's going to be called low. 3-1. 3-1 offering is fouled out of play. Full count. Graniero is going to foul that off the pole. Ring a bell, win a prize. Full count, Sanchez. Graniero has the ball. Full count, Sanchez. Hasn't got a base hit since filling in for Matt Van Slyke. And that slider misses outside. It's a walk with 2 outs to Sanchez. That'll bring up center fielder Jake Skaggs. Two outs. Sanchez at first. Graniero delivers, and that's going to hit Skaggs. That's the 3rd time he's been hit today.
Now to bat the third baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
So 2 away. Skaggs at first, Sanchez at second. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Connor Croson. Graniero misses away. He's locked in for the first 2 batters of the inning. Misses. 2-0. Graniero to Croson. 2 away here. That pitch is going to be called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Connor Croson, third base. Graniero, hard throwing right-hander. He's going to miss low. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Graniero, that's going to be called a strike. Full count. Runners will be in motion. There's 2 outs. Graniero comes set, deep breath, throws it, and that's going to be ball 4 inside. Bases are loaded. Zane Scansey will step to the plate. One for 3. Aiden Rose. Aiden Rose is going to run for Scansey. Croson, I meant, as Scansey swings through the first pitch from Graniero. It's been a week, people. It's been a week. Graniero throws. Scansey fouls that one. Over the Dawgs dugout. 0-2 the count to Scansey. 2 walks, hit by pitch, a single. And just a bit outside, misses there. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch by Graniero. I like that. He's definitely got some sauce on the ball. And there it is. Scansey's going to go down looking to end the 9th as the Dawgs strand some runners.
0-0-0-3.
And we're going to move to the bottom half of the 9th inning. There will be a pitching change for the Dawgs as number 18 will enter the game. Now we just got to locate. On the roster, it looks like number 18. Unless my eyes are bad. 18. There it is, Ryan McFarland. Calgary, Alberta native, a senior out of Campbellsville University. It's kind of like the Okotoks Dawgs might be Campbellsville North. Let's go. Player of the game. Nash. Nash has got 5 RBIs, 3 for 6. Yeah. Yeah. And who for us? Bedford with the home run. Yeah.
3 RBIs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like 23 stolen bases this game or something?
Number 25, guys.
All right.
What? 25?
So with Ryan McFarland, Zion Pelea is going to come up.
What the frickin' bloody hell was that?
That was a ball.
Did he call us right?
Pinch hitting for the Bombers, number 25, Zion Pelea.
That was something I haven't seen. I don't know if Rubleski caught that. I can't see from. I don't have great vision up here. I got a couple people in front of me staring at a computer screen, but it looked like that ball hit directly off of Hartley. The catcher didn't even catch it.
They set a record tonight.
So Zion Pelea.
J.R. Bedford for us. And Nash for them.
1-1 is the count to Zion Pelea from Hilo, Hawaii. And he's going to swing through that pitch.
Take your time, Zion. Let's go, kid.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Take your time, bud.
Here's the pitch from McFarland. Swing and a miss, and Pelea is going to go down on strikes. 1 away.
Why is it in here Nash? 44. No,
Yeah.
Nash Gross.
Number 6, Wyatt Ormondi.
Go, Wyatt. Take your
So with 1 away, Wyatt Ormondi is going to come up to the plate. He's going to hit that ball back up the middle for a 1-out single. Ormonde is going to have his first hit of the night. He's going to go 1 for 5. So with the 1 away, McFarland gives a single up to Ormonde, and that's going to bring up the catcher, A.J. Hurtado.
Let's go, AJ. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
He's first pitch swinging.
Score, AJ.
Take your time, AJ. Let's go, kid. If you can, bud.
That pitch is inside to Hurtado. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away, Ormonde at first. First baseman playing behind him with the lead. That's going to go outside, 2-1. McFarland comes set. Here's the pitch. That ball is hammered. Foul. Hammered. Jumped all over that pitch.
Take your time, AJ. Like you can, kid. Let's go. Take your time.
Smarty.
1 ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, should I say. That pitch is low. It's at the feet of Rubleski. And that's going to run a full count to A.J. Hurtado. Like to see the Bombers have a little push here in the bottom of the 9th.
Take your time, AJ. Like you can. Take your time.
That ball's hit high and behind the grandstand. Count remains full.
Take your time, AJ. Like you can, kid. You can do it.
McFarland comes set. Delivers. Hurtado again.
Kid, keep battling.
Hits that ball foul down the left field line.
Score, AJ.
Take your time, AJ. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud. Take your time.
Bombers trying to put some more runners on. Hurtado hits that ball to center field, and it's going to be caught by Skaggs for the 2nd out.
Third baseman, number 15, Liam Kirsch.
So with 2 outs, that's going to bring the 3rd baseman to the plate, and Liam Kirsch. Kirsch is 1 for 2. He's been hit by pitch and walked, and then he hits that one. It's going to be called a foul ball.
Go back to the box, people. Goes back to the dugout.
So Kirsch 0-1 after fouling the first pitch off from McFarland. Here's the delivery. That's going to be outside. 1-1 the count. 2 away, 15-6 ball game here in Elks Field. Okotoks Dawgs have the lead, and Kirsch is going to foul that one off down over the right field side, over the Dawgs bullpen.
Take your time, Liam. Take your time, bud. Let's go. Take your time.
Ormonde at first, 1-2 count. That pitch is going to miss outside. 2-2 count. 2 away. Bombers trying to extend the inning. Get the next batter up. Christian Altamirano. That ball is going to be hit to the 2nd baseman, Sanchez. He's going to throw it over the first.
Go, 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 go.
That's going to get out of the reach of the first baseman,
Oh, yeah. Jesus, yeah.
and that's going to extend the inning.
That should have been an error on the pitcher,
Ormonde is going to make his way to third base. Kirsch gets aboard on the error by Sanchez, or should I say Aiden Rose. And that error extends the inning. Kirsch will be taking his lead at first as Altamirano steps into the left-hand batter's box. McFarland delivers. Altamirano hits that ball deep to center field, and that's going to be caught by Jake Skaggs to end the ball game. And the Okotoks Dawgs come into Elks Field and steal one by a score of 15-6. That's your game here from Elks Field on the Flow Sports Network. The Bombers will host the Energy City Cactus Rats on Wednesday. So thanks, fans, for tuning in to the FloCollege Sports Network. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Signing off.